This is a very large and sophisticated and diverse facility that offers unique opportunities across a wide spectrum of medical science and offers real prospects of improving patient care. There are 3 areas in which activity will occur. There is an experimental medicine facility, there is a clinical trials facility, and there is a cell therapy unit. And each of those bring unique contributions to our overall clinical research facility.
This will be a standalone MRI facility with a 3T MR optimized to do both structural and functional imaging, linked to a place where you can give all sorts of first-in-man drugs to people. This would allow us to use pharmaco-fMRI in drug development.
At King's, we're renowned for our efforts in imaging and psychiatry. If I had to take one area where I think we are world leading, is our ability to image action of drugs within the brain. We can tell when a drug's getting to the site of interest, what the right dose and what's the most appropriate indication for that new medication.
Illness below the neck certainly contributes to changes in the brain, and so the opportunity to study brain behaviour using functional magnetic resonance imaging will be paramount to this facility.
We will have right next to that the ability to do EEG recordings. The MRI that we have actually gives us very good spatial resolution. What it doesn't give us is temporal resolution, and therefore tying our MRI to the EEG on site in the same facility will give us the ability to get both the spatial and the temporal resolution. We have special suites where you can do behavioral observation, where we can actually study individuals undisturbed after we have made psychological or pharmaceutical interventions. And then we've built a specific for purpose virtual reality suite where we can do some of the new challenges and experiments. All of this in a medical setting where you can give people new kinds of medications, perhaps stem cells if you wish to, and do all other kinds of interventions. So we're quite fortunate that we're now able to construct the experimental medicine facility, and within 30 meters of it is the clinical trials facility. So as our ideas and trials progress closer from bench to the bedside, we can actually move studies that don't need the intensive environment of the experimental medicine facility into the clinical trials facility, where we can actually serve a much wider spectrum of patients.
The clinical trials facility has 12 beds, 8 infusion chairs, a very pleasant lounge and TV area where patients can relax, and also a sample processing room where we have GCP compliant centrifuges and equipment.
We are unique as King's Health partners. We have been treating patients and developing cellular therapies. For example, we were the first center to treat patients with liver failure, not with liver transplant, but liver cells isolated previously. And similarly, in the field of cancer, what we have been doing is identifying and educating leukemic cells so that they are recognized as foreign by the immune system of the body. So these trials have been started because of the research that has gone on. For example, at the present moment, we have a phase 1 trial whereby we are vaccinating patients with a leukemia cell vaccine following a bone marrow transplant. And this particular center will allow us to expand our cellular therapy program in a range of diseases varying from leukemia to diseases of the brain.
Within King's Health Partners, we have multiple CRFs now, and we will have a partnership between the CRFs that will mean patients will go to the CRF that is most suited to their need. The CRF on the Denmark Hill site will focus on the brain, but it will also have a great deal of research covering areas elsewhere in medicine, for example, liver studies. We have some real world leaders in the fields of research that are going to be using the CRF. We have the Biomedical Research Centre for Mental Health, for example. This is the only specialist biomedical research centre for mental health in the UK. We have some Researchers on this campus that are providing the best experimental medicine in the UK, Europe and the world, we now have a CRF to provide the facility that they need.
This CRF is actually based in King's College Hospital. And King's College Hospital now is a designated trauma centre. What that means is that we get an unrivaled number of people with acute head injury. And a big question in that field is that of neuropreservation and neuroprotection. And to study that, you need a CRF that is meters away from where they present, which is what we have now.
We have large numbers of patients. We now have a CRF. This marriage, together with the Biomedical Research Centre, means we can really accelerate experimental medicine.
Oh, am I excited? Of course. It's an opportunity that has come after a lot of hard work from a number of individuals within King's Health Partners.